Hi, this is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. Today is October 13th. Have you seen our 2016 fall design yet? If you haven't, make sure you check it out. They are available online now, and also they have a pre-order. So people always ask me, Lisa, where do you get all your ideas from? My answer is my idea is always coming from around me. So I'm always looking for the idea, and when I find some good ideas, I always write it down because I'm getting old sometimes to forget about things. So today I'm going to show you how to make this card. This card is like they paint on the wall and it's very easy to make, and I always promise you share some great idea with you. So in this tutorial there is some great tips. Hope that you enjoy it and like it. So let's start it. We are going to need a few impacts. You can use any kind of die-based impact, prefer die-based because they dry fast. You don't have to use exactly the same impact I have. Any die-based impact will work just fine. I use Marvies. Marvies are good impact. Unfortunately, have been discontinued. I have it and I have all the re-inkers, so I'm going to just stick with them. Tinhouse Distract is very good too. They are a little bit moist, too juicy. Sometimes I found that they are just too moisture. Zucchinico's the color is good. They have Memento. That's a good one too. We are going to use the black and brown embossing powder, Versamark, and the Dauber. Dauber, it's good to have a few different Dauber and try to keep one Dauber, one color. And I don't know, have you seen those small Dauber before? They are very useful, especially for today, what I'm going to show you. So if you go to the convention show, it's very easy to find. As long as you try to keep one color, one Dauber, they last quite long. We're going to need one folder. This folder I had it for a while. I think it's a Tinhouse folder. We all have a lot of folder. The problem is that we have too many. Sometimes we forget what we have, and when you need it, it's always trouble to find one. So here is the first great tip I would like to share with you. When I buy the folder, I always make a sample, and then I put a number on the back of my sample, and then I also put a number on my folder. So for example, I'm looking for when I want to make a card, I am looking for the one I want, and then this is the one I want. And then I found out in the back is a 31, so I go to my folder drawer and looking for number 31, and I can easily find the folder. I know you all have this kind of experience. Go digging what do you have, and by the time you find a folder you want, your feeling is already gone. Oh, too tired. Okay, so that's the first tip I would like to share with you. Is a good idea. The problem is you got to, category when you bought a folder. Like now I have probably 50 folder, you need to put a number on top. So who is going to do that? Okay, so that's started. Okay, so every tutorial I try to keep under 15 minutes. So this tutorial we have too many things to show, so sometimes I'm going to just fast forward like how to embossing and how to coloring, how to die cut. If you're not familiar with my tutorial, make sure you go to our website, click the DVD library. Any card you see you like, you click the card, bring to the YouTube. So some of the step I'm going to just skip. Okay, so this is the first one. We are going to stamp the daffodil. Those daffodils with Versamark, and we are going to use the black brown. Which one is this one? Let me see. I think the chocolate brown to do the embossing. So I'm going to just fast forward it. If you have any question, just make sure you go to our library, find out how to. There's too many how-to tutorial. Okay, so I just did the heat embossing with the heat gun and the brown embossing powder. And here is the second great tips. I am going to stamp the saying first before I start to coloring, because sometimes the oops happen. You probably end out together like when you ink the words, probably a part is missing. So we're going to spend the time to coloring those flowers. I want to make sure the words that I want here is nicely stamped, nothing missing, before I spend the most of the time to color my flower. Otherwise, if I color flower first and then when I stamp it, get a bit crooked or part of the words is missing, I have to start over again. So here's the second tip. After before you spend the time to working on the your car, do the things that you're supposed to do first. Okay, I'm gonna stamp the words here and make sure it's nicely ink. Give it a nice firm press. Okay, there you go. And then I'm gonna show you how to coloring. Okay, I'm going to show you how to coloring. We are going to use those small dauber. Like I say, try to keep one dauber, one color, and always start with a lighter color first. It's like a cooking. If you put too much salt in the beginning, you cannot make it unsalty anymore. So always start with the light color. If not enough, we will put more. After you pick up the color, always testing on your scrap paper. Don't just go directly to your card because it might be too much ink. So try to remove a little bit. And we're gonna find the flowers. I'm going to just bring a little bit closer here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, like this. And then we are going to just drawing a little circle. Okay, so just find a dot video here and drawing a little circle. You can use your marker, copy marker, any kind of marker, watercolor you like. I don't really like to spend a lot of time for coloring. So it takes just too long. I like a fast result, but it looks pretty too. You will see after I finish my coloring. So just find the flowers and drawing a little circle. Okay, if you get a little color off the line, it's okay. So that's the first color, and I'm going to change to a little bit smaller dauber here. I am going to pick a little bit darker color, so like here, and I'm going to just give a little bit touch out in the middle. Also drawing a little circle. Drawing a little circle is the best way to help you to hide the stroke. So just gently, you can push harder, you get a darker color. If you release a little bit, the color is going to be fading in. So just like this. Okay, drawing a little circle. Okay, that's it. I think that's pretty much about it. And then we're going to use a little bit bigger dauber. We're going to pick up the light green here, and then we're going to just find the corner, also drawing a little circle. Okay, like this, gentle. Okay, find the spot and then just circling. I think that's pretty good. And then we are going to use a little dauber here, find a little bit darker green. Make sure you don't wash those dauber. Once when you wash it, that's it, say goodbye to it. So just if they get too dirty, just wipe off the tip with wet cloth. Don't wash them. If you wash them, it won't last for a long time. Okay, so drawing a little circle, that's the best way for you to coloring. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I'm going to show you the third grade tips. This is the third tip. I am going to show you how to create a masking tape. So we are going to, I forgot to mention, we're going to use our Daffodil design, the light stamp set. This is our new design for 2016 fall design. They also have the matching die. So we have a great promotion, 20% off until October 31st. And we also do the pre-order for the dies too. So we're going to use this stamp set and also the die set. And I'm going to show you the third grade tips in this tutorial is to create the masking tape. So, and you will see them, the die cut is not just for cutting, it's great tools too. So, I don't know, have you seen this kind of masking tape? It's called Eclipse. It's a little bit too hard to find in sheets now, but they still have the roll. So this is a very thin masking tape. Okay, if you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. Just use the painter's tape. I found the lime green is the most low intensity, is not really sticky. But if you can find those Eclipse masking tape, that will be awesome because they are really good for the paper craft. So, but the one problem is this kind of masking tape, the Eclipse, is very thin. So once when you get a little bit dirt, like the ink on top, they are easily break. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reinforce. So what you're gonna do is you are going to grab a piece of acrylic block. Okay, so this is just the cutting mat for my die cut machine. You are going to just put on top, and then you are going to put just regular packing tape on top. Okay, just use, if one is not wide enough, use two. So I have one more sheet here. Or you can use masking tape, but I prefer the packing tape is because if you use a masking tape, it's going to be a little bit too thick. So it does affect later on if you want to, you know, use it for applying the color. And then we're going to put the die cut on top. And we're going to run to the machine. And then this is what you get. So be careful, try to don't, so this is a bad example. See, you already get a bit dirty here. Try to keep this one clean. So one side is protect with the packing tape. The other side is your original Eclipse masking tape. So, but I didn't do that. I should use the baby wipe. You can still wipe off those dirt. I'm gonna do it. I'll be right back. Okay. So now you're gonna ask me what I'm going to use these for. Of course, I'm gonna use it for masking. So these, the place we already color, right? This is some color, some space between. If the color is a little bit darker than your flower will pop out more. So what I'm gonna do is we are going to just use your masking tape, and then you are going to put it back to the place you want. Okay, and it will stick like that. Okay, so that's your masking tape. And now we are going to use a dauber, pick a little bit darker color, and then you're going to just apply the color on top. The best part is, I'm going to bring it a little bit closer here, because we put the packing tape on top of that piece of masking tape, right? So when we apply the color on top, okay, even your masking tape pick a bit color, but because it's protected by the packing tape, so you can easily wipe off. Okay, like this. Okay, like this. Just drawing a little circle. Okay, if it's not enough, what I will do is I'm going to use my smaller dauber, pick a little bit darker colors. Yeah, I was testing on the scrap paper to make sure the color is not too much before I apply on my real artwork. Okay, so I'm going to just do a little bit corner here, a little bit here. Okay, a little bit here. Okay, are you ready to see what it look like? That's what it look like. You can see the right side and the left side, that's what's different. Okay, and then if you want to, you know, if you're really picky, cannot, you know, stand if a little bit wide, you can just use any color you like. Just go back, fill it out the gap. Okay, like this. And then you're going to do the other side. So I am going to fast forward it. See, isn't that nice? Okay, so before we move on to the next step, this is the masking tape that we just use it. Don't put in the garbage. We are going to use the wet cloth. Just wipe off the ink on top, and then you can use it again and again, again and again. And this is how I storage my masking. I just tape the my CD case with my stamp and my die cut ready to use next time. So every time you need to use it, you don't have to create one again. So now we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so next step is I am going to put it between to the folder, and we will see. Okay, here's my embossing folder, and then you're gonna ask me, oops, your paper is bigger than your folder. What are we gonna do? It's very easy. We just do 2 times. So you're going to just put your card between the folder. Okay, you can do all, or you can do half, whatever you like. And then we're going to just run through the machine and do 2 times. Okay, I just run to my Vagabond. Gonna open it. You see, oh, that's kind of pretty. But if you want to do the other one, we can just try to line up the best you can, like this. Run to the machine again. Okay, there you go. See, no problem at all, right? Okay, and next, before we put our butterfly on top, we are going to do a little bit final touch up. So I am going to use a stylus. Okay, this is a fancy tool. If you don't have it, not the end of the world. Just you could use regular makeup sponge. You do the same thing too. I'm going to just give a little bit touch up, make the brick really old. So this is what I do. Okay, just gently brush a little bit color on top. Okay, just gently. And then we're going to mount on the cardstock and put 2 of the butterfly on top. So we just put the foam dots in the back of the butterfly, and let's see, where, here. Any way you like. That's it. How do you think? Do you like it? See, they're a little bit different card. This is the first card I made, and I forgot to stamp the hello in the back. So that's okay. Sometimes boo-boo happen. Just try to fix that. And see, this is what I did. Sometimes, you know, you want to make a card, and then your idea just, you know, full idea, and then you just take 10 minutes, you probably end up to have too many cards. For this card, I have been struggle with the colors, and I show you, just keep trying, you will get what you want. First of all, I tried the white, and then it doesn't really showing the one I want. And then I tried the gold, still not good. And I tried the black, and it's too dark. And then it ended up, I tried the brown, and then it came out perfectly. So remember, rubber stamps, stamping is just for fun. You are the artist. You create your own art, your own artworks. The best part is enjoy it, have fun. So thank you for watching my tutorial, and make sure you check our October promotion. There is 4 more shows left this year, and between December 1st to December 31st, our shipping department is closed, so we won't be able to do any shipping. And our promotion 20% off is finished by the end of October 31st. There is no further promotion until next year. So order your stamps today and pre-order your die cuts today, and check our website for the other 50 plus awesome tutorial. So this is Elisa. Thank you for watching my tutorial, and see you next time.